TRT Baroqua, Driftless DOOM. This is Jason, and I'm joined with me tonight is Shane Clark of 3 Inches of Blood. What you guys been up to lately?
Releasing records and touring.
Rock and roll.
That's about it.
Do you have a new release coming up?
We're still doing Long Live Heavy Metal.
Right
So
on.
we're coming. We've been doing that. We've been touring for that for about a year. So, we're gonna. I would say start writing in the summer for a new one.
Cool, cool. You guys had the opportunity to tour with some pretty legendary acts in metal. With whom did you enjoy touring with the most?
Exodus always comes to mind. It's across the board. It's really good people. Learned a lot from them.
You guys got to tour with Maiden too, right?
Not a tour. We opened up for them.
You
once.
opened up for them, okay. Oh, okay.
That one, I get asked quite often, but it wasn't a tour. It was a cool experience.
The internet light.
Yeah.
The internet.
Oh, you got wrong information on the internet?
I know, what a
Absurd.
shocker. I know. Well, we plan on giving only truthful information. Yeah, that's why we're bringing it to you straight from the horse's mouth, friends. So, do you have any tales of mayhem that you can recount?
There's a lot I don't remember because of that.
Right on, right on.
Kenny Hickey did laundry in my apartment once. That's kind of like one of those what's your biggest brush with fame? But yeah, it was just, really fun experiences and stuff.
So a lot of people heard of your songs from video games like Tony Hawk, and they probably think that you guys travel pretty lush, but that's not always the case.
Well, it depends what your definition of lush is.
That's pretty lush to me.
Just at the level we're at, and it's you have to make decisions of what type of money you want to bring home.
Right on.
Everyone's got bills to pay. No one really minds doing the bad thing. We've been doing it for so long, and that's just the way it is.
So, have you guys picked up enough speed now where you can basically get off of your craft, or you guys still have to go home and get the jobs after you're off of tour?
Well, we pay bills doing this, but I certainly work when I get home.
Right on. Yeah. See, a lot of people, I think, when they hear a lot of metal bands, they think, oh well, they're famous. I've seen them on. I've heard them on TV, so they have obviously have enough cash to just they're blowing money on porches and living the Barzilla lifestyle. But a lot of people don't realize that a lot of people in this industry have to find a way to make those down.
Oh yeah, we're playing underground music.
Yeah.
And if we weren't doing it for the love of just playing the music, we wouldn't be doing it.
So, speaking of the content of you guys' songs, you guys obviously love metal, And Manowar once said, death to all false metal. And I believe in one of your songs, there's a line about enemies of metal. Your death is on before. Have you encountered many enemies of metal while on the road?
Enemies of metal? Haters are gonna hate.
Yeah.
You've got the 13-year-olds on the internet.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Which I've met some people in other bands who really get bent out of shape. I personally really don't give a shit about that. The whole reason anyone's going to do anything in life is because of their own personal beliefs and work ethic and stuff. I like the concept of fantasy-based lyrics and stuff, and that's kind of where that's coming from. The influence is, coming from Dio and Merciful Fate.
So speaking of outside influences, a lot of people think that, well, you're in a metal band, all you can listen to is metal, but a lot of great metal musicians have influenced outside of the metal realm. Is there any like any bands that you really think of that really give you inspiration in your crafting of tunes?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of always with these type of questions just go back to the fact that like I like the metaphor of music's like food, right? You've got your closed-minded type people who are malnourished, let's put it that way.
Right.
So it's like all through growing up, my dad's a bluegrass musician, and I've listened to everything from that to heavy metal, and so I just think there's a time and a place for everything, you know. Like if sometimes I may be listening to The Band or Allman Brothers, or I'm listening to Brutal Truth or Pig Destroyer, you know. It really, I just pay attention to what we're doing. I have my own musical tastes and stuff, but if you pay too close attention to what other bands are doing, comparatively drawing on it, going, oh man, we gotta sound like that.
Yeah, I know. That's
You're kind of shooting yourself in the foot because you're not sounding like yourself.
Exactly. It's formulaic.
Yeah.
That's the kind of metal I can never really get into. Like, well, we had a fast part, now we have to have a slow chuggy part. Well, it's time for our breakdown.
It's all about what you want to hear, and it's like certainly, 3 Inches of Blood has its own style that draws upon other styles, and it is what it is.
Well, this has been Shane Clark of 3 Inches of Blood. I'm Jason from Driftless DOOM. Thanks, and keep on rocking.